myself Dr. Bharti Patil, working as an assistant professor of physics in the Department of Physics, Maharaja Jivajirao Shinde College, Srigonda, Ahmednagar. We have started our syllabus related to TYPSC Solid State Physics. In that we have started first chapter, that is the crystalline state. Today we are going to see the point related to reciprocal lattice. As we know that in a crystal there is a regular periodic arrangement of points in a space. If we draw line passing through these atoms, then it will give us atomic planes. And these atomic planes are randomly oriented. Distance between two atomic planes, two parallel atomic planes, successive parallel atomic planes is called as interplanar distance. This is the scenario of direct lattice. But when we deal with understanding the crystal structure with the help of X-ray diffraction pattern, then there is one more lattice which comes into picture, and that is called as a reciprocal lattice. In today's lecture, we will see what is reciprocal lattice and how to get that reciprocal lattice. In order to reciprocal means what? It is the reciprocal of direct lattice is called as reciprocal lattice. In order to obtain a reciprocal lattice, there are some steps. In order to obtain the reciprocal lattice, first of all we have to consider a direct lattice, of which we want to get a reciprocal lattice. In a direct lattice, you have to consider some origin. From this origin, you have to draw perpendicular to each and every parallel plane or set of parallel planes. Now, in order to obtain a reciprocal lattice of a given direct lattice, you have to consider a length of 1 upon d, that is, the normal which you have drawn should be restrict its length to 1 upon d size. And at that point, at that end point, you have to place one atom. And this will give us array of points which will give a reciprocal of the direct lattice. This is how we can obtain a reciprocal lattice of a given direct lattice. In order to understand this, consider this two-dimensional lattice, square lattice. In this, along A, length is given as B, and along X, length is given as B, and along Y, length is given as A. Now we have selected a point O as a origin, and from this O you have to draw perpendicular to number of planes available. And after that, suppose D is the interplanar distance, that is distance between two parallel planes. Suppose I consider origin, then from origin, suppose 2, 3 is a plane passing through this square lattice. Then from this origin you have to draw a normal to this 2, 3 plane, and that will define our d value. In order to get a reciprocal lattice, you have to draw perpendicular to the planes, and its length should be equal to 1 upon d. And you have to locate a point, and that will give you a reciprocal lattice. Now the same square lattice has been shown in this figure 1.35. Here O is selected as origin and 2, 3 is the plane passing through the square lattice. Now we have drawn a perpendicular having length d, that is interplanar distance d, and A, B, C are the points as shown in figure. Now length of OA in terms of HKL plane comes out as V upon H, and length of OC in terms of HKL planes is A upon K. because HKL planes divides cube edge or the edge into equal parts. Then from this figure, by following the concept of similarity of triangles, that is triangle ABO and triangle OBC, these are the similar triangles, that is their shape is same but their size is not same. By using the property of similarity of triangles in the figure 1.35b, one can write from this figure OB divided by OA, OB divided by OA is equal to OC divided by AC. OB divided by OA is equal to OC divided by AC. Now from this figure we know that OB is equal to D, OC is equal to A upon K and OA is equal to B upon H. Substituting these values we will get D upon B upon H is equal to A upon K divided by square root of A square upon K square plus B square upon H square, as AC value is not directly given but from the figure we observe that AC is nothing but the diagonal. Therefore, diagonal square is equal to OC square plus OA square, and we have found out the value of AC square. AC as square root of A square upon K square plus B square upon H square. Therefore, as we want to find the value, therefore 1 upon D comes out as square root of H square A square plus K square B square upon AB. And we know that 1 upon D, that is the reciprocal of direct lattice, is nothing but reciprocal lattice. Therefore, this 1 upon D value represents sigma, that is reciprocal lattice vector. It is called as the reciprocal lattice vector and its value comes out at square root of h square a square plus k square b square upon AB. So, a reciprocal lattice vector DHKL represented or defined as a vector having magnitude equal to reciprocal of interplanar spacing DHKL and its direction coinciding along normal to the HKL plane. What is the definition of reciprocal lattice vector? Reciprocal lattice vector sigma HKL is defined as the vector having magnitude equal to reciprocal of interplanar spacing DHKL and its direction coinciding along normal to the HKL planes. Hence, mod of DHKL comes out as 1 upon DHKL, that is magnitude of this reciprocal lattice vector comes out as 1 upon interplanar spacing and its direction is normal to HKL planes. Now we will try to find the relation between normal to the plane and ABC axis. Consider a primitive unit cell as shown in figure and its crystallographic axes are A, B, C as shown in the figure 1.37. Now D100 is a normal drawn to one of the plane and it represents interplanar distance. That is, it is a normal drawn to a plane which cuts x-axis at 1 and parallel to y and z axis. The volume of unit cell is equal to length into breadth into height. So volume is equal to area into height. Here height is nothing but D100, that is interplanar distance. Area into interplanar distance. Now 1 upon D in case of 100 plane is equal to area upon volume. And as we know that 1 upon D is nothing but sigma. But if n cap is a unit vector along the direction of normal to the plane, then sin sigma HKL is given as 1 upon d HKL into n cap. Now, here if we consider the base of primitive unit cell, then its lengths are B bar and C bar. Therefore, the area becomes B bar cross C bar is the area. Mod of B bar cross C bar is the area of the base of primitive unit cell. Now, in this formula 1.8, 1 upon D 100 plane is equal to area upon volume. Just now we have calculated area as mod of B cross C divided by volume, and this is 1 upon D for 100 plane, and we know that 1 upon D is nothing but sigma, and hence this represents the value of sigma 100 is equal to B cross C into n cap divided by V. Just now we have defined what is n cap. N cap is a unit vector in the direction of normal to the plane, and its value is B cross C divided by mod of B cross C. Substituting value of n cap in this equation, you will obtain the value of reciprocal lattice vector as B cross C divided by V. Now we know that volume is given by A dot B cross C. Substituting value of volume in the formula of sigma for 100 plane, you will obtain B cross C divided by A dot B cross C, that is substituting value of volume. Similarly, we can obtain the values of reciprocal lattice vector along 0, 1, 0 direction, then for 0, 0, 1 direction. The value of sigma 0, 1, 0 comes out as C cross A divided by volume, that is A dot B cross C, and value of sigma 0, 0, 1 comes out as A cross B divided by volume, that is A dot B cross C. Therefore, the vectors sigma 100, sigma 010, sigma 001, they are considered as reciprocal translational vectors, and they can be represented by capital A, capital B and capital C as shown in this presentation. Now, we have seen that A is A is normal to B and C. Vector capital A, that is reciprocal lattice vector A, is perpendicular to B and C. Like that, B is normal to C and C, capital C, is normal to A and B. Therefore, one can find out A dot B, that is their dot product, as A dot B is equal to A dot C is equal to 0, and B dot C equals to b dot a equals to 0. Also c dot a equals to c dot b equals to 0. Now we will find a dot small a, that is product of reciprocal lattice vector and a direct lattice vector. So a dot a, in order to find a dot a, we will substitute the value of capital A bar, and its value is b cross c, vector b cross c divided by a dot b cross c into a bar. Now multiplying this, you will obtain a dot b cross c divided by a dot b cross c comes out as 1. Now same procedure we will follow to obtain b dot b, that is capital B dot small b equals to value of b bar is c cross a divided by a dot b cross c into b bar equals to b dot c cross a divided by a dot b cross c. But as we know that from scalar triple product, we know that a dot b cross c is equal to b dot c cross a equals to c dot a cross b. Hence, b dot c cross a equals to a dot b cross c. Substituting value of b dot c cross a as a dot b cross c, we will obtain capital B bar into B bar is equal to 1. Similarly, we can obtain the multiplication of dot product of a reciprocal lattice vector and a direct lattice vector, capital C and small c, as substituting value of capital C as A cross B divided by A dot B cross C into C bar. So C dot A cross B divided by A dot B cross C. Again, from scalar triple product, we know that A dot B cross C is equal to B dot C cross A is equal to C dot A cross B. Therefore, C dot A cross B equals to A dot B cross C. Substituting this value, we will obtain capital C bar dot small c bar equals to 1. And A, B, C are the reciprocal lattice vectors and small a, b, c are the translational lattice vectors. Therefore, in order to obtain a reciprocal lattice point HKL, one has to go H units along A, K units along capital B, and L units along capital C. And hence reciprocal lattice vector sigma HKL will be given as sigma HKL is equal to small h into A bar, capital A bar, plus small k into capital B bar, plus small l into capital C bar. This is the reciprocal lattice vector in terms of HKL. And A, B, C are the reciprocal lattice vectors along x, y and z directions, or along A, B, C directions of a direct lattice. So during our this lecture we have seen what is reciprocal lattice, how to get reciprocal lattice, What is the importance of reciprocal lattice? Then we have considered one two-dimensional lattice. Then by using a similarity of triangles equation, we have found out 1 upon DHKL and express the sigma in terms of 1 upon DHKL and find out the value of corresponding capital A, B, C for reciprocal lattice vectors. Then we have found out the relation between capital A and small a, that is we have found out A dot A value, then B dot B value and C dot C value, and finally we have represented sigma HKL in terms of small hkl, that is H into capital A plus K into capital B plus L into capital C. Thank you.